Okay, I'm making a double batch of pizza dough. It's risen. This usually makes 2 pizzas, but I think I'm just going to make 1 large pan pizza. So it's going to be really thick. Come on, get off. If I can get the saran wrap out. I had this top on it. And within an hour, I heard the loudest boom I've ever heard. And the yeast, I guess, fermented in there, and the top blew off and blew across the kitchen. So, yeah, don't do that because it's very loud and it scared the crap out of me. So, there's the pizza dough. And there's the pan pizza I'm going to use. I've actually had this pan since 1998. So it's at 21 years. It's a non-stick pan. It has one of these removable handles to where you can put the pan in the oven and then grab it with that. I love it. It's my favorite pizza pan. I think it's T-fal. Since it's so old, I don't think there's anything on there. No, you can't tell what it is. I think it's T-fal though. But, anywho, I'm going to oil this pan. Put some oil in here. Maybe just over a tablespoon. And then I'm going to take this dough and I'm going to put it in this pan and let it kind of rise up the sides. I have to turn my phone off to do this because I don't have a tripod with me. So I will put this in here and then I will be back. Okay, there's my pizza crust. And it's going to be pretty thick. I can already tell already. But I'm even going to let it rise another hour. This dough takes 2 hours to rise, as it is. But it usually makes 2 pizzas and I just cook it right away. I'm going to let this rise another hour. I don't know if you can see how far up the sides that is, but it's pretty high. So I'm going to put some saran wrap on this. It's going to rise an hour, and then I'm going to make the sauce and put the pizza together. And then I'll be back. Okay, my dough is risen another hour, and it's really fluffy. So that's good. So now I'm going to make the sauce. And I got 1, 2, 3, probably 6 garlic cloves in there. And the reason why is because it's these little tiny cloves. They're not very big. So I put a lot of them in there. And I'm just going to pulse that first. It's very hard doing this with one hand. I need a sous chef to help me. And I have a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. I use whole or diced. Just make sure you take out all the juice. Just drain it dry. I'm going to throw that in here. That's good. And then we have, in here, I have a tablespoon of olive oil, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of sugar, and a teaspoon of red wine vinegar, and a dash of salt. Make sure it all gets in there. Come on. Olive oil is holding on to everything. So then, I'm going to take that, pulse that, going to pulse it in your ears, matter of fact. Okay, that's mixed. So then, oops, pizza over here. What I'm going to do first is put provolone on the bottom. I'm going to do like 4 pieces. This is going to be a thick pizza, so I'm going to want a lot of cheese and a lot of sauce, and I don't want it to soak through. So the cheese helps it so that it doesn't soak through. There's my ladle. It won't come off! The top won't come off! Why? Okay, here we go. That was a bit dramatic. So, I'm going to take some of the sauce with this ladle. Actually, I'll use a little more because, like I said, this is going to be thick. A thick pizza, so it looks like a lot of sauce, but it's not. Trust me. I know not what I'm doing. Get over there. I want it to look uniform. Okay. That looks yummalicious. So now, let's get this out of the way. I'm gonna grab mozzarella. Oh, I think I put just enough in this bowl to cover this the way I want it. There we go. And then, I'm just going to take, whoa, holy moly, a little bit of oregano, put it over the top. And then, where is it? Where'd it be? Aha, olive oil. A little bit olive oil over the top. There we go. So there it is. It's going to be a thick cheese pan pizza. Now I have to find my little holder thing. Oh, there it is. Turn the light on. I've actually had my oven on for probably a half hour on 525 because my oven is a piece of crap. Don't even get me going on a Whirlpool oven. Whatever you do, don't buy one. Don't buy one of these crappy things. Because normally this should cook at 475 for about 15 minutes. But this is kind of thick. I don't know. It would be longer. But I have to crank this up all the way and use a pizza stone. So, put this in here. So it's on the pizza stone. Whoa, that is hot. My smoke detector is probably going to go off any minute. So, that's the cheese that I got left. But, we're going to watch that. And I will show you when it's done. Okay, that is bubbling right along. And it's starting to look delicious. Should be done pretty soon. Hopefully. I'm starving. Okay, I just took it out of the oven. That thing weighs like 5 pounds. That is like the heaviest pizza I've ever had to pull out of the oven. So, it's still bubbling and stuff, so I'm just going to let it sit here for a few minutes. Because I'm not even going to tackle trying to cut this up and take a bite out of it, because I won't have a roof of my mouth left. Anyways, I'm going to put the pizza dough and the sauce recipe in the description. And mind you, this dough recipe usually makes 2 pizzas. But I just made one thick pan pizza today. But I'm going to let this sit for a while and then I'll show you what it looks like when I cut it. Okay, can you see how thick that is? Let's try to lift it up. Oops. Yeah, that's pretty thick. I'm using my Michael Myers knife to try to cut it because my pizza cutter wouldn't go through the edge of the crust because it's really thick. Maybe it'll work better this way. It's at least an inch high. So I'm going to cut this up and I'll be back. Okay, here's a good view of the dough. Whoa! There was a good view of the dough. See? It's all nice and crispy. And there's my 2 slices. I usually like sausage and roasted red peppers on it, but I didn't feel like defrosting anything, so it's just going to be a cheese pizza. But I hope you make it. The crust recipe is really good. You can actually, if you want to ferment it overnight, you can just leave it in the bowl overnight and ferment it and use it the next day. It's a really flexible dough. And like I said, it makes 2 pizzas. But anyways, I'm off to eat now. So that's my pizza.